Hey guys, Dr. Kaylee here, physical therapist, owner, founder of Femme Empowerment and Advocacy, also creator of the Leak No More series. And I'm incredibly stressed and overwhelmed recently. And I've noticed that I've had a little bit more incontinence and I've had a lot of difficulty getting to the bathroom in time. And I've been really struggling. And so I started to really dive into a little bit of research and information because I know that when you are anxious or overwhelmed or anything like that, it can contribute to you feeling like you have to pee more frequently. But I wasn't sure what the correlation was with incontinence. And so I've actually found that anxiety can be a risk factor for urinary incontinence, meaning that it can actually set you up to be incontinent later on in life. And it can also become a reason why you become incontinent as far as like right now. Like if you become extremely anxious and overwhelmed and stressed and things like that, and you can't seem to calm down, it can actually contribute to urine loss and bladder issues. And I find that interesting. For one reason, it's because your body, when you're anxious or you're stressed or anything like that, it goes to a fight or flight situation. Doesn't really know what to do, doesn't really know how to react. And so a lot of chemicals get released, and I'll spare you all the details, but a lot of things occur. But the anxiety, the stress, and the overwhelm can actually increase the likelihood of you peeing yourself. And I think that that's actually really incredibly important and valuable because if you think about it, those people or the groups of people that are more likely to have urinary incontinence is, women who are pregnant or women who are postpartum or the elderly adult. We are usually a little bit more anxious at that point, especially if it's your first baby, right? Because you're about to give birth a human out of your vagina, and then you're postpartum, and if you're newly postpartum and this is your first time, you don't really know what to expect or anything like that. So it's like the high anxiety and stress can contribute to that. And I find that that's kind of like a calming thing for me to know that I've been talking to my clients about that because I think it's important that we understand the correlation and understand that we need to manage our stress and manage our anxiety and learn how to cope with those sensations and those feelings so that we don't contribute to being in the Depends Club later on in life or having to wear diapers or having to always wear panty liners. And if you're stressed out and overwhelmed and then you go into the gym and you're doing a CrossFit style workout and you're doing a ton of double unders and a lot of box jumps and things like that, and then you're completely peeing yourself, but it's not happening every time, a lot of times that's a stress related issue or some kind of an anxiety treatment that we need to look into. So I just wanted to bring awareness to the importance of mental health with pelvic floor dysfunction as well. It is so freaking important. And I hope that you can learn a little bit to pay attention to it as I have, because I notice with high stress times like today, it is a lot harder for me to hold my urine, and I typically will have a little bit more of an incontinence issue. So hopefully you all get something from that. If you have questions or even if you have information for me about that or you want to share your story, please remember to reach out. I would love to hear those and share those with my followers so that everyone knows that there's hope out there.